Hi. Hello. Welcome to Curvy Combos. Gonna give some of y'all the chance to tune in to get on. I know I ain't got no music or nothing. That's all right. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some great conversation with Romakia Brown, who is a plus size influencer, confidence coach, and CEO of Model University. Hi. Welcome to Curvy Convos. I am Angel Inspires, and I am the owner of Sexy Size Up Boutique. And I came up with Curvy Combos as a way to further empower women to embrace their natural curves, to love their body the way it is, and also to know that anything that you want to change, you have the power to change it. So, let me see if I can get... Send her a request. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
It is nice to see you in person. Well, not in person, but and over the camera in person.
At least social media wise.
Yes. So thank you for joining me, everybody. Hello, I'm Angel Inspires. I am the founder of Sexy Size Up Boutique. I'm also an inspirational speaker. My main page is at Angel Inspires. So pretty much what I kind of do is just raise all kind of awareness and inspire people to love themselves authentically be themselves. Okay. No, we're not taking no more requests. So thank y'all for joining me. This is Curvy Combos, and I came up with Curvy Combos as a way to further empower women to love themselves the way they are and know that anything that you would want to change, you have the power to do that as well. So I'm speaking with Romakia Brown, who is a plus size influencer, confidence coach, and CEO of Model University, as well as, drum roll please, Sexy Size Up brand ambassador. Yay!
Yeah.
And I just thank you so much for working with us because, as you all know, we just made a year. And for it to be 1 year, this 1 year has been so fabulous. I'm blessed and I got God to thank. So go ahead and give us a better introduction of yourself.
Okay, for those that don't know me, I am Romakia Brown, also known as I Choose Me, which is my brand name. Also, I am the CEO of Model University, which is MU, my newest brand. It will launch on August the 16th, 2021, which is in a couple of weeks. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Are y'all ready for
a
that?
plus size. I am a plus size influencer. I actually been in the modeling industry for the last 4 years. Something totally different and in an uncomfortable state. And I do well and excel in a comfortable state as well. So for those that are thinking about modeling or building your self-confidence, this is definitely the opportunity to take float, to love yourself, to inspire other people, and so on. So that's a little about me.
I love it. First of all, are y'all ready? What's the date? You said August?
August the 16th.
August the 16th. Are y'all ready? Okay,
Yeah.
because that's gonna be huge. That's more of what we need. I started Curvy Convos because I feel like we need to sit down and talk to more of each other as plus size women. And some of the things, some of the battles we go through, some of the things that we experience as plus size women, we need to lay it all out so that we know. It's all about being transparent so that we know you have someone you can relate to, you know. We all go through things, you know, but that's what I just do. I just raise awareness, period. So first of all, I want to talk about your ad name, which is I Choose Me. Okay, because that's a powerful affirmation in itself. Do you recall when you made this name and what made you choose it?
I do recall. I remember it every day like it was yesterday, last night, actually. Um, I Choose Me came from a journey of mine, especially going through my early adulthood, 21. You know, most people living life trying to travel. But me, I ended up going through that adulthood where I felt like I was grown. I ended up getting married and going through all these, you know, things and of life, thinking I'm in love and all that type of stuff. At least that's what I thought it was. And I ended up, you know, being in a toxic marriage. And so, and wherever your mind can flow with toxic, that's what it was. So I was there, and I was there for 7.5 years. And we know that if you talking to someone that's in a toxic relationship or marriage or what have you, friendship, businessship, whatever, people are not going to move unless they're wanting to. And that was my thing. You know, people can talk all day to me left and right, you know, day in, day out. But until I decided to change my mindset about where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, I just got tired. I got tired of crying. I got tired of not being happy and pleased with myself. So I made that change. I made that change to choose myself. And so once I declared and chose myself, everything was okay. Once I left out of that toxic household, I lost everything, you know, but I
Yeah.
found out that that's what kept me there. I was looking at the materialistic things instead of my well-being. And when I actually got smart, because I was naive, I'm not even gonna we all have that naive
Right.
moments or years of naive, and we don't take advantage of it. You know, most people, is always, like I tell people, it's always easier for somebody to say this is what you should have, could have, did, but until you in that predicament, it is so different. And
Right.
so once I was ready to leave that toxic relationship, I just, you know, decided that, you know, these materialistic things, I'll get it back, you know, and I worked my butt off to get that stuff. And it was a tight hole. So once I made that decision to get rid of that stuff, I made that, I went through the divorce and all that stuff, but then I became comfortable. And one day, um, the spirit came to me and it was like, it's time to move. And I didn't know what it meant. I was like, okay, move. What you mean? Because I never thought about leaving the state of Mississippi as a whole. And so when I decided to leave Mississippi, it was kind of like it was an alignment of things because my brother, my brother under me, he moved to Arizona. And Arizona was definitely not a place for me. 2 years at that point in time, I was still married, but I was telling him to go ahead. I didn't know I was going to follow right after him. I didn't know that. So once I went through the divorce and all that good stuff, and then I became comfortable in this lifestyle. Working in law enforcement, I was working at a clothing store. I had I had my daycare center going, and it was popping. And so I became in a comfort zone for myself. So once I listened to that spirit and went, and I came to Arizona. I planned it out. My brother was here, so it was kind of easy transition. And so when I got here, I didn't work for like 6 months, 7 months because, like I said, I was comfortable and financially. But at the same time, something was like, no, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable. And that's what happened. He made me uncomfortable, and I've been excelling. Now, not saying that I haven't been through anything because it's a journey, it's a growth.
Yes,
So
it
you,
is.
it's a growth, and growth is uncomfortable. It is meant to be that way. And so, each time that I'm in.
Hold on, y'all. We freezing up a bit. Give her a second to get back. Okay, we back. Can Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Romikia, can you hear me? I can't hear you for some reason. Can you hear me? Hey, those in the comments, if you can hear me, drop a comment. If you can't hear me, drop a comment. I'm not sure why we can't hear right now. Let me see what's going on. Can you all hear me? Okay, let's see. Might be because of this thing. So,
See, it don't want me to. It don't want me to talk, girl.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. See, it don't want me to talk. It don't even want me to talk about this stuff because it's so powerful and it's gonna help so many women. So it just that's what's going on now. It's like that's what's okay. I'm sorry, I'm trying to put this thing on this tripod. So
That's okay.
yeah, that's what's actually going on. It don't even want connection trying to tear up.
That's okay. So I know you left off. You was talking about being uncomfortable and move, and you heard
Yes.
God telling you to move.
Yeah, I moved to most people don't even think about moving to Arizona. So, it was new. And when you think about Arizona, you think about the Phoenix. The Phoenix is the rebirth. So that made me think that, hey, I had to start over. So that's new life. So rebirthing is everything. So I had to bring out the new Romikia, the one that I didn't even know about. So of course, throughout this transition, I had to go through a purity and cleansing and a manifestation of all that old junk that I had up on me going through that toxic relationship and stuff. So the thing is, then once I got in here and started doing my thing here in Phoenix and stuff, I was like, let me get out and network. And so that's when I went to a event in a pageant. I was going to do a pageantry. And I decided not to do it, but I met some amazing women at that pageant. And so that's when the modeling came about. Instead of doing a pageant, I ended up getting in front of the camera because I was like, I don't have no pictures of me. I'm that girl that's in the back of the photos that's trying to always hide and all that stuff. And so I was like, but it was a different feeling when I got in front of that camera. It's like the camera knew who I was, and it was getting that it was a connection there, and it was like, okay, this is where you meant to be. Anything that went on in my life, it completely stopped while I'm in front of the camera. And to have that amazing feeling, I don't know about other models and what they kind of get, but that's my energy. And then to this day, I still feel that way when I get in front of the camera. The photographer really don't. I know he's there physically, but like in my mind, once I get into that role, it's a whole nother thing. So,
yes, I love that.
I went to bed one night and I was like, I gotta think of a model name. And I couldn't really think of a model name because I was gonna go by Romikia. And then another model out here, she was like, Romika, why you gonna go with, I think I had Sunshine something because people was calling me Sunshine because I always smile. And they was like, no, that's not a good name. So I went back to the drawing board and I was like, this is a life journey for me. So I choose me. And it stuck. I went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and it stuck. It wouldn't leave. And I was like, I'm gonna use that. That's it. That's the name. So not knowing that I was creating a brand, and then when I was, talking to people about it, they was like, Mika, you have to understand that you are the walking brand. You are a walking brand. It's not, you may not be on billboards and stuff like that, but when you come across people, your energy is out there through especially if you just see me on the phone and stuff, but like to just be around me, the energy, it just exudes.
That is amazing.
So that's how Choose came about.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you had to go through something. You had to have an awakening moment that said, this is going to be the time where I am choosing me. Now, I know you talked
Mm-hmm.
about your relationship and, you know, how toxic it was. I know that as plus size women, some of the things that we deal with when we deal with men is when we don't know our self-worth, men want to hide us. You know what I'm saying? They want
Yeah,
to love us behind closed doors. And then when we get out into public, they kind of want to hide us. So did you ever
exactly.
deal with anything like that? And the toxicness of your relationship?
It was more I dealt with because y'all don't get me for this. Y'all know they always say something about the light skinned dudes, how they are so out there. And my as he was, he was definitely a looker. He was a looker, not just for me, but women would literally throw themselves at him while I was in the presence.
Mhm.
Most women would flip out, but I'm so humble and to the point that like really, but it kind of
Yeah.
made me start feeling like the way you look like you were a data model, to be honest.
Mhm.
And I told him this,
Yeah.
and it just made me feel a certain type of way. But um, he walked in, he'll go in public with me and stuff like that, but he would definitely embarrassment because he
Wow.
didn't mind whatever he thought it would come out.
Wow.
And I just couldn't imagine just looking over the years. I was like, dang, what was I thinking? But like I said, being not young and naive and you just looking at, oh, just because this guy is older, he got his stuff together. He got, you know what I'm saying? All that, because that's the naive side. That's the 21-year-old side. That's what 18, 16-year-old, they think just because they're older, mature, some of them still at their
Right,
shit.
right.
I'm
That's
like,
so true. Uh-huh.
yeah, even though older is my preference, but it is what it is. But I have been in a new light now that it's about maturity and what can you handle your business amongst other things. So
It's about self-awareness at the end of the day. How
hmm
much are you aware of yourself and the traumas that you have and the things that cause you to be triggered, you know? So it's all
yeah.
about that. So I love that you talked about that. Now, I know we talked about you being a confidence coach. Tell us some more about that. What made you want to be like, okay, I'm a confidence coach. I'm here to give any queen an
Yes.
example of what it looks like to have confidence.
I definitely believe in being, just being around people, including myself,
Mhm.
that's authentic to them, true to themselves. It is what it is, and I kind of went over this morning on my early morning live about being honest with yourself.
Mm.
And that's the biggest thing for me, being honest. It took a lot because even though we say, oh, I can handle the truth, you can give me the truth. And people used to tell me the truth, and I used to get so mad, want to cuss them out, don't talk to them for days. And
Mhm.
that was me. But then I had to come to reality that, there is some truth. Mika, you have to come out of that. So I decided that I wanted to be able to be as transparent and authentic to young ladies and males as well, because we inspire men too.
Right,
So
right.
because I just want to use what I have, what I went through to, help other women. And it was just so funny. A couple months ago, I did this body positive class, and not knowing that it was another girl that was in there. I just felt her energy all over her. She was right beside me, and I was like, I told my mom before I went in, I was like, Mom, I'm not gonna talk about the domestic violence. I'm not gonna talk about that. And for some apparent reason, I opened my mouth and it came out. And the girl just, at the end of the session, she just connected with me to the point, like, it was just an amazing feeling to just come across somebody and she knew that it was authentic. It came from a place where heartfelt, it was love, it was genuine, because
Yeah,
I don't want to force anything on anybody that they're not ready for. Because once
right,
again, if you're not ready for it, you're not going to know how to handle it. You're just doing it,
right,
just, like I've been saying, just when I first started, I was like, you just doing stuff just to be doing stuff. We do stuff just for people, for likes and stuff, and that's not my thing.
yeah,
I feel like doing something, do it for a purpose, do it for a reason. If you're helping
Yeah.
the next person, helping the next woman, showing them something, respectfully, because a lot of people, delivery is everything. I always tell people about word choices. Use word choices,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
me. And so, but I just chose to just, I just want to uplift other women, other young women, children, boys, girls, everybody. And that's just me, just being authentic all the way.
Right. I get that. I can totally relate because, like I said, my personal brand is Angel Inspires. That's the name I go by. I
Mhm.
had to go through like a whole rough patch for me to have that awakening moment and realize that my purpose here is to inspire people to live authentically themselves and to heal from whatever it is that they
Yes.
had, that
Mhm.
was damaging them.
Yeah.
I feel like 2021, this time right now, is the time that we have to start having the tough conversations. We have to start coming
Mhm.
together and talking about the things that make us uncomfortable because it's
Ooh, girl.
time. It is time to level up. Yes, it is.
It
It's time to
is.
love yourself the way you are. If you don't like it, you have the power to change it. But while you are in this body, in this flesh right now, it's time
Yes.
to love this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, just think about it. Every experience that you have gone through, you have gone through it with you. If nobody else was
Exactly.
there, you have gone through it with you. So what gives anybody the right to feel like I should be mean to myself, or I should hate my body, or you have gone
Ooh,
through this
girl.
journey with you. Yes, you know?
That's true.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about femininity, because I feel like when I was like in my 20s or whatever, it was hard for me to know what that meant. I feel like
Mhm.
a lot of the mindset that we had came from other people. So like for instance, my mom, she had a way of pushing her insecurities about her body onto me as I was in
Right.
school. And I didn't realize that these thoughts were thoughts that did not belong to me. They came from someone else who
Exactly.
wasn't happy with themselves. But I took this on and I allowed that to make me feel less about myself until I
Mhm.
became aware that, listen, God made you like this and you are divinely created, honey. Walk in it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So so what is femininity to you, and how did you come to embrace your feminine side?
Okay, so of course I can definitely feel you on to, but my mom, I'm built like my mom. She's just taller, but
Mm-hmm.
she has never been to have 7 kids and children and stuff like that. She just never came out, but she always she felt like women should be women. You
Yeah.
should, make your upkeeps and stuff like that, making sure, but she's very old school, of course, with the almost like the but and as I got older, like you said, that stuff was instilled in me. But as I got older and started learning things on my own, I still keep the classy look and all that good stuff. But at the same time, it's just I just love myself, to be honest.
Right.
It's a long journey,
Mm-hmm.
and actually just getting in front of that mirror and just looking at everything that has changed over the years, the
Mm-hmm.
process of everything, because I always been a heavy girl, but it just certain as you get older, certain things just change. And so I just look at it as a point of it's a growth process. Love yourself the way you love it. And
Yeah.
girl, I'd be looking at myself every day.
Because that's
Every
what
day.
you got to do. Walk past the
Like,
mirror like,
you're
oh, hey,
fine.
me.
You sexy, girl.
Right, right, right. And that's where them affirmations come in too. Those are powerful. Yes. So I'm loving it. Your energy is like everything. Let me just
Thank
tell you,
you.
like, your energy is everything. I would love to, like, hang out with you for a day or whatever, and let's have fun
We
and let's
got
just,
to. We got
you know,
to.
yes.
I was like,
So how does it feel for you knowing that you are inspiring so many men and women?
I'm not even gonna lie. It was hard to accept, and I know it's hard to, it's kind of bad to say, but I don't give myself credit enough for what I have seen people in my inbox, and I'm helping in relationship, just in all different areas. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I just don't give myself enough credit, but it's just a part of me that's being so humble, and it's just something that I'm honored to do for people, as a whole. So, I'm just, I don't know, I'm just excited, girl. I invite you an hour early, so I'm just excited.
Yeah, I was excited too. I was like, we can start now in, like 15 minutes. So I get it. Yeah.
But I honestly don't give myself enough credit. But I feel amazing that I'm out here helping not hundreds but thousands as the platform get bigger and bigger, and I'm meeting new models. I'm meeting, business owners. I'm meeting just all these, just people in the industry that I never thought about meeting, people that I see on Instagram, and I met them, and I'm acting a fool, crying and everything, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But it's amazing to come together as a community and just being able to just share, putting positive things out there into the universe to
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I can't lie, it gets tiresome. People have to understand when you're giving that positive energy out there, we get tired. Our physical bodies, we're emotionally drained and all that good stuff. But I
Yes.
have to go back into my closet, of course, meditate, pray up, and all that type of stuff, so I can, do that. Because in the last couple of months, I've been like, who's gonna put that energy back into me? You know what I'm saying? I've been questioning myself a lot
Right.
with that,
Right.
not in a bad way, but I'm putting all this energy out here, positive energy out here into the universe to people. Who's gonna fill me up? Like, those are the questions that I ask myself. Who's filling me
Yeah.
up? Of course,
Yeah.
the word, if we speaking in spirituality, but
Yeah.
when I do talk to other positive women, I know that God has been placing positive women in my life in the
Yeah.
last couple of months. And it's like, okay, Mika, here it is. I'm placing people in your life. You got to learn to accept it. I know you a loner and you talk to yourself, but you're going to have to open up, and you're going to have to, I'm bringing people to you, but you're going to have to learn to accept it. Yeah.
Ooh, you just gave me chills. You just gave me chills because
You
yes,
got
God
to.
is working. God is
Yeah.
working all the time. I feel like, every interaction that we have is a divine one. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Some people are meant to teach you lessons. Some people are there to help you along with the journey. But I tell you, my story, a tiny bit of my story is that I've been homeless 2 times. And I
Yes.
see that within me being homeless, God always sent someone to be by my side to help me along the way, whether it was food or whatever. Because I'm from New York. That's the journey.
Oh,
So like you, I had to move to Akron, Ohio. That's where we are now.
wow.
But yeah, I moved to Akron, Ohio to get a fresh start. And I was here. I was homeless. And this is just 2015, I'm telling you.
Wow. Yes.
I was here, I was homeless, and I had to figure out where I was, and I had absolutely no family here. So that was hard, but along the way, God has always put someone in my path that was going to help me along the way. Show me. Do not
Girl, you
ever
got to
lose
have me
faith in me.
shouting.
Yes, yes. Don't ever lose faith in me because I got you at the end of the day. You know,
Exactly.
um, so that's why I listen, someone like you, I want you to know. I know you said, you don't give yourself enough credit, but you just got to think about how special you are. What you
Exactly.
are doing is so special. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
people out here that don't even know. Like myself, before I started the boutique, it wasn't much plus size people I was following. I didn't even know it was such a thing. You get what I'm saying? So when I
Me
start
either.
following all of you and seeing I'm like, yes, okay, this is our
Yeah.
season. Ain't nobody finna tell us nothing, you know?
Exactly.
So yes, please know that you are, man, what you're doing is so important, and we
Thank
love
you.
you for it, and we need you. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, as far as someone pouring into your cup, I totally get that. You can't pour from an empty cup. So that's why we're like,
Exactly.
okay, let's get into some self-care right now, because having a self-care day is so important. You know, you really can't do nothing if you don't got it. So how do you
Exactly.
spend your self-care days? What do you do to show yourself some love?
Okay, so this is one that is honestly is free. Once I wake up in the morning, we do that morning routine, and my routine is pretty dope. I normally get up, I go to the restroom, of course, and I get back in bed. I'm not even gonna lie. I get back in the bed, I sit there and I pray. I'm thinking, I'm wondering, I pray, I meditate, and I'm literally thinking out my day. Even though it's about work, but at the same time, that's my, I'm being comfortable in my zone, and I'm writing down things that comes to mind, or that's the free side of it, But now when you're doing the self-care, even if you're going, walking around your house or whatever, you cleaning, and it's a peaceful thing, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you have to do what's great for you. And if you don't really have the finances to get out there to do whatever, to spend a little money and stuff like that. But I always, in our community, most people, they feel like just because we plus size, they feel like we're not physically active or stuff like that. This is gonna go into health and awareness. We can go outside, enjoy a walk in the park and something like that. All of this is dealing with self-care. My
Yeah.
thing is just a point that, we involve in, sometimes our metabolism is not high as other. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not even
Right.
gonna apologize for that. But you know what I mean? And that's why I wanted to encourage the plus size community. Just because we don't look a certain way and stuff like that, that doesn't mean that we're not healthy. My voice of healthy is making sure our lungs, we can breathe, we can do this. Just because I'm being on the outside doesn't mean that my organs are not healthy.
Right.
I
Right.
guarantee you, if you cut me open, you better use my heart, because my liver, my cholesterol is fine, and that's what people forget, that's what health is. Just because you're looking at the outer body appearance, that doesn't mean that you're healthy, because I see slim people, and I actually had a one-on-one with a physician, a doctor about this, honestly, in the last couple of weeks, because I actually want them to go on and we discuss this, because people need to be knowledgeable about this, because they see a big body, they assume that we are not healthy, and that's not the issue. Because even the doctor was like, we see the most physical person that go run every day, and they got high blood pressure, heart condition, high blood, just type 2 diabetes and stuff like that. You don't have to look a certain to understand it. So I had to throw that health thing in there, because people are sadly misunderstood about this health situation. They feel like we supposed to be in our rooms hiding out, not not saying exploring ourselves into the world, but we have the classes to go outside as well. We can have fun, do the certain things. So that's a part of some of my self-care stuff, especially when I'm kind of low on a budget. Walk around apartment complex, that's fine, I'm good. So
or even
but when
just
I
going out in nature.
yeah,
Yes.
and just
Somebody said Titty Tuesday. I'm so done with y'all. Y'all crazy.
Girl, that's probably some of my people. You have to look over them.
Y'all so crazy. It'd be funny sometime though. That's okay.
It really does.
Yeah, but I agree, and I hear you, and I agree, and yeah, people see. Here's the thing: people should never judge from the outside, because they never know which portion of your journey you are in. You could have lost 100 pounds a month ago, but they see you how you are now, and be judging you. And I feel like, no, get to know me as a person first.
Exactly.
If you can't get to know me, stop judging. If
Exactly.
you don't like it, then unfollow me. You know what I mean? it's no need to be coming on someone's page and you
Exactly.
bashing them because you don't like it. See, that's a reflection problem. That's a problem with you. We have to understand that things reflect back to self. So when you get somebody
Exactly.
like me or Kia who's knowledgeable about that, we know that you only deflecting. You know, we know that you
Exactly.
only deflecting. So yes. Now, can you tell us about one setback in your career and how you overcame it?
Ooh. Okay, you said one. Okay. My setback is mostly me being at that having pride. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting
Yeah.
to ask nobody for nothing. And it's like that's an issue that I'm definitely working on, and I can acknowledge that that has been one of my setbacks of me excelling even more because a lot of this I've been sitting on I Choose Me MU for a while now. So you know what I'm saying, and me having that proud moment, not wanting to ask somebody for help and stuff like that, and I'm basically limited to myself because of that. I think that has been like one of maybe the longest things that's been a setback as far as in my career of being proud. You have to definitely. It has been a lesson, and like, and I really discovered this in the last couple of weeks. Like to be honest, so I'm kind of opening up my mouth to like can you help? It hurts, but you know what I'm saying. I gotta try it out because you just
Yeah.
never know. And it was so
Right.
funny because I've been helping. I kind of been like sponsoring and supporting other brands and just whatever I can do. And like people, a lot of my followers, they've been like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "No, but I'm helping someone else and I'm posting up their stuff." And then they was like, "Okay, send me their information." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Lord, what if that was mine? They be probably ready to bless me." And I'm, you know what I'm saying? But me
Right.
being so proudful, I it's not me. It's somebody
Yeah.
else. It's somebody else. So, that's one of the things that I'm still working on. So, that
And
proud
that's
thing.
okay.
I was like, okay, you self-made. It's that because right now in this moment, you get these people, scammers basically. They want to
Yeah.
be like, oh, I discovered her, but I don't want to be like, oh, I did it myself. No, but I want somebody in that corner. So that's been my biggest thing
Right.
in this industry is having proud, yeah, proud.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like, you are self-made at the end of the day. You have a team, but it's you who put in the effort to get yourself out there like that. It's you who's confident enough to get yourself out there like that. So it's a difference between being cocky and being confident. And I
Yes,
feel like it's kind of thin line. But
yes,
at the same time, it's relevant. You know what I'm saying? You need to know that
yep,
I put in this work so that when you sit down at this table with me, or you come in my inbox and you talk to me, you know the vibes. Like to put some respect
exactly,
on my name. So it's very necessary. And then as plus size women, we have to be,
exactly,
we have to be extra confident,
yeah,
because we already they already put us down here when we walk in the room. So we
yes,
have to come through shining light, you know.
exactly.
Um,
That's true.
Girl, so I get it, but you doing the dang on thing. Now, I know we talked a lot about beauty and stuff. Oh, I see some of the other ambassadors on there. Hey,
Hey y'all.
DM Henderson 14. Hello. Okay. Now, do you ever get any like negative self chatter? Like the voice in the head that tells you you can't do this or you shouldn't do that. How do you overcome that? Or even if you wear an outfit and you feel like it's a cute outfit, but you might feel like it don't look right on you. How do you overcome that?
Ooh, good.
I know this
um,
is Curvy Combos. I told you we
I
get
know,
deep.
like, okay, so okay, I'm kind of pretty much knowledgeable about certain things that I can, and I won't. I would try it out, but I don't think like fluffy. Yeah, what's that? What's that like the fluffy type of outfits? Like I'm scared of that type of stuff. So it makes I feel like it makes me look like a parachute because I have wide hips. So it's like I was like I try to stay away from flowy type of like material type of stuff.
Mhm.
But I always do like body con dresses because I
Okay.
know that works for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like if someone would probably dress me, I probably feel a little bit more confident in it. But things that I do, I just, girl, you gonna put on this dress. Now, if I feel like it's not working for me, then I'm not gonna do it. Especially if I know I have to post it on social media. What I would do, because I know I did it before, I actually ordered the dress and it worked. It worked up here, but when it got down to my hips, it wouldn't work. So I was like, look, let me add something, a skirt to it, and I actually
Okay.
posted. So I will actually, make another whole nother different outfit, a look or
Hmm.
whatever. But it makes me feel better. Okay, well, it is what it is. It didn't work, but just because it doesn't work on me doesn't mean it won't work on the next person.
Right.
But I always try to keep a positive outlook on certain, the clothes and stuff like that. But if just, I always keep in my mind too, just because it's in your size doesn't mean that it suits you. And
Right. Right.
that's another, key point with that. I guess that's gonna be another conversation that we have to know our bodies and what
Yes.
works for
Yes.
us. So, but yeah, I just do that. That's what works for me. Do I get negative comments? Of course. And what's so funny about it is that, matter of fact, I posted something last week, and I get sometimes it's women. The women come in, they like, oh, when they go online, they want to see curvy real women wearing clothes. But then when
Hmm.
you get women that wear the real clothes, then you want to be judgmental. Oh, you should have put on a girdle with that. You should have did it. Y'all ask for real women. Y'all ask for
Right. Right.
real women, real bodies. And then when you get it, you want to talk about them like a doll. You want to match them out. Oh, you should put a girdle on. Okay, girl, I know I should put, but y'all saying y'all want to see real women, so I'm giving y'all authentic. I'm not
Hmm.
doing no Photoshop. Y'all seeing dents and everything else. You love
Right.
handles. And but the
Uh-huh.
thing is that you if you don't want to see this stuff, don't ask for it. But there are many. It's been many other women outside of you. You just one person. You have to understand. You
Right.
just one person. But to get the reality of how something really fits and stuff like that. So that's the only thing I can do. I don't be caring. I really don't.
Right. Right. I love it
I
though. I
used
love
to.
it.
I used to when I first started, and that's what people that inspiring models, that people that want to be model, you have to be able to take these negative comments. You can't always go back and fight with words. You can't do that. Don't do that,
Right.
because
Right.
guess what?
Right.
People that are in your corner, your fan base, anybody that, trust me, if they see it, they're gonna come after. You don't even have to say something. Sometimes saying nothing at all is the best.
Right.
But
Absolutely. So we getting ready to wrap it up, but I have maybe like two more questions. And
okay.
then I do want to open up like maybe three questions from our followers here. So another question I want to ask you is what kind of boundaries do you recommend any model to have, like, in the industry? What kind of boundaries? Because I'm not a model. I don't know what kind of things that y'all experience, but I know it's some people who are interested in modeling who might be watching this. So give us those tips.
Y'all, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Know yourself, know what you want to do. Don't let nobody change your mind. If you want to go out here and you want to do fashion, stick with fashion. Don't let somebody else bring you in and you doing lingerie. If that's not what you want to do, don't do it. If you know that you're not comfortable showing your body and you don't do that. Stick with your first mind. Now, I'm cool, you good with open opportunities. You have to be careful, but you got to know what you're getting yourself into. Understanding photographers, contracts are very important, black and white. I'm just going to be honest with you, because if you don't know what you're doing, people will take your photos and your photos will be everywhere.
Mm.
Make sure you get all your raw images. These are like some, things that I have been through along the way when I was doing a whole bunch of nothing. I was doing stuff, but I was doing a whole bunch of nothing because it didn't get counted in. So, you know, just knowing yourself and staying your ground. If this is what you want to do it. Understanding the contract. If you have to, make sure that you invest in yourself. This is not a cheap industry. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You have to people are not gonna give you stuff for free. You gotta have to do stuff if you want free. It's not even necessarily free. Especially as models. Men models too. I know female photographers try it out too, you know. But you know, you want to make sure you stand your ground, know your rights as a model, know your rights as a photographer, whoever on this live. And, you know, be willing to invest in yourself. It's okay to go get you need to makeup, important. Make sure you keep your hair, stuff like that, done. Being on time, knowing how to pack a proper model bag. Like, these are certain things that you definitely have to know. That you have to have the nudes, they're black. You have to have black shoes, heels, nude heels, you know, just stuff like that. All of those things are important when you go into these model shoots, model calls, you know, making sure you have your tights, your black tights, and everything else in between. But I can go on and on and on, but it is so important to be knowledgeable about what you're getting into. And that was the whole point of me, and I'm going to say it again, of why I'm bringing MU into place, so you can actually learn, as far as MU is Model University, of you getting educated about the industry, what you needed. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to properly show you what you need. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you the job, but I'm going to give you tools to work whatever you need to work. That's the point of MU. So, of course, my consultation is free, but but eventually, as everything.
I said services are not.
Exactly, the services are not, but it is worth it. It's worth it. These are things that I have been through since since I have been doing it for the last 4 years. Actually, it's coming on 4 years. So, I'm definitely working it. You know, you want to do influencing, it's opening up opportunities, but you definitely have to know that, you know, being consistent, that's the main thing. Being consistent, stuff like that.
Wonderful. I love it. We're going to open up, y'all, for some questions now. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and I'll look at them. Don't be putting no crazy stuff in the comments, y'all. Ask decent questions. We're going to take 3 questions, and then we're going to have Kia give us one final word. So go ahead and drop your questions. Any ladies who are watching this, if you're interested in modeling, if you want to know what it's like being a brand ambassador and you haven't done it yet, ask questions about that. Use this as a way to, you know, step your foot up and, you know, ask some questions, you know.
Yes. But, professional questions, please.
Yeah. I'm absolutely enjoying this talk with you. I think it was super dope. I love your energy like that. And I just thank you so much for, you know, wanting to be a brand ambassador for my brand, because
I know.
I don't have much staff, but I do what I can. Genius behind the brand, doing a whole lot of it. You know what I mean? And it just means a lot to me. It's real.
Exactly. Because I saw your post on Facebook, and that's what, like, okay, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. So I didn't know that, you know, what was the cause, but it I don't know, something directed me to you. And that's that spirit again. It directed, because sometimes, you know, it just never know. I haven't done any work, but where do I begin? Okay, where do you begin to start out modeling, or is that your question? You haven't done any work, but you wanna start modeling? I think that's probably what she probably meant. Okay. Okay, to begin, I'm not sure what state you're in, but normally when you begin, I would definitely try to research and see what type of model you want to be. What do you want to do? Because it's so many, it's people just brought it out to fashion because people just like clothes. But modeling can include your face, your makeup, your ears, your eyes. It's just certain techniques, your hands, your feet. And when I say feet, I'm not talking about feet fetish stuff because when I say feet, people think like your feet. And I'm like, no, because you can actually model shoes. And they're a company that send you shoes and you model shoes. So to get that understanding and kind of open up the things and not only just modeling, you want to be able to do commercials, open up opportunities because that's what happened for me. People was like, why you just want to stick to not just broadening yourself out, be open to doing commercials and acting and stuff like that as well. But to get started, I would definitely understand what you're going in and stuff like that, what you want to do, fashion one way or whatever. But you have to understand when you're doing this, make sure that you have a budget. Make sure that you know that you're ready to spend out on yourself because this stuff is not free. I'm not going to even lie to you. My thing is start taking full size pictures, even if you start with your camera phone. Mm-hmm. So you can start becoming confident and, being, accepting certain things because we all got things that we feel like we need to work on. Actually, there is a photographer on here. Brandon, before you leave, can you throw something else in there that I might have missed? Official Brandon, he's a photographer, videographer.
Okay. Hello, Brandon.
So he's in North. I think you're in North Carolina. I think he's in North Carolina.
Oh, it's a lot of dope people in North Carolina.
Yes, I mean, like if you see something, you're definitely. But if you DM me, I'll be able to give you more on insight. Like I said, my consultation is free. So you know what I'm saying. If you want to do consultation, I would definitely be willing to set something up with you. But I don't know if Brandon's still on here. Yeah, just inbox me and I'll help you out as much. Let's get you out there, honey.
Yes, I love it. So that's one of the things that sets our brand ambassador program aside from the other programs is that we actually empower women journey to growing. We don't say no. I feel like saying no, you can't be a brand ambassador because I feel like that's very rude. You know what I mean?
It is.
So it's telling women that they are not enough, and that's that we don't want to do.
Exactly.
We want to embrace every plus size body every time. Okay,
and that's what we need. Right?
Help women grow their brand so that they can be business owners, do what they feel to do, and even model. So we want to give them the connection that they need to help them grow. So that's what it's about. So yeah, I hope you DM him and connect. He's a brand too. That's what it's about. And I thank you again. So we're gonna end live now, but I want you before we go, what would you say to anybody who is watching this who is struggling with accepting themselves, with loving themselves, with being themselves?
It's okay to be you. Love yourself to the full extent. Be authentic to yourself. Be true to yourself. There are young girls that's following you, that's looking at you. Just be able to embrace yourself. If you can't embrace yourself, it's only one step at a time. Don't expect to just do it overnight because it is a process. Love yourself. Take care of yourself, and just choose you. Choose you.
Ended. Just choose you. I heard it here first. Make sure y'all follow Size Up Boutique. We got more interviews coming. Next interview Wednesday with Monique, who is a model. She has even a modeling group, and she has a line called Curvology.
Yes. Oh, I just followed her. Yes.
So she's actually a friend, and I'll be interviewing her in person, so y'all get to see that. Make sure y'all tune in Wednesday and follow us. All right. Yeah. All right. If I could hug you through this phone, I would. I love you, sis.
Love you too.
Are on and keep going strong. Okay?
Thank you. I'm excited about my items coming too.
Shipped it off today. Yes. I can't
All
wait
right.
for yours. Okay,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Peace. Have a
Bye.
blessed day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.